The latest market reports show that Manhattan rental vacancies are on the rise and prices are coming down fast. Today we'll talk to two brokers about the continued weakening on the rental front and about what they predict for price reductions and incentives in 2009. They'll also tell us about how much more competitive things have become as sales brokers who are struggling with business defect to rentals. This 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom Midtown West apartment has seen asking rent drop by 20% to $3,600. While that drop is extreme even for this market where rents are down across the board, according to Daniel Baum of the Real Estate Group New York, there's nothing unique about the fact that it's still empty.
We've seen almost a 20% appreciation in the number of vacancies just in the last few months alone. So that was a little bit alarming to see that number come onto the market so quickly and not the demand to absorb it.
As rents drop from the financial district to Gramercy to Harlem, buildings throughout the city are also upping the ante on incentives that have already been in place for months. Danny Hedaya of Platinum Properties says just last week 99 John Street threw in a second month of free rent in addition to covering broker's fees. And he said some buildings are even offering 3 months free rent now. On top of that, a relatively new phenomenon is taking shape as some existing tenants are actually locking in at a lower rent when their leases come up for renewal.
I mean, it's very surprising. It's really converse to everything that we think of as renting New Yorkers, you know. At the end of the day, most people, when they think about their lease renewal, they think, well, how much is my rent going to go up? Now, in these cases, a lot of them are saying, okay, well, how much can I get my rent down?
Some buildings are even offering 6-month leases just to get units filled. Hedaya says most of those taking advantage of that are renters waiting for new condos they've bought to finish construction or those who are not secure with their jobs. Meanwhile, while many condos have converted to rental recently, that option is becoming less and less attractive as the rental market continues its downward spiral.
It was one thing to look at it from switching from condos to rentals when rents were still high because it might have been a much more viable opportunity. But as rents continue to come down, that opportunity is slowly becoming problematic.
Despite the tougher landscape, an increasing number of brokers who are once working exclusively in sales are trying their hand at rentals now.
We are seeing a number of more brokers who in the past, in all sincerity, wouldn't even consider working the rental side of the market. You might even say shunning the rental side of the market, who are today now looking to bring rentals as part of their repertoire in order to make an income, because they're not making the income they once were, let alone even doing transactions on the sales side of the market.
In a market where, you know, they're not seeing so many sales, they're not seeing so many condo buyers, of course, to maintain their income and their cash flow, they switch and start doing some rental transactions.
At the moment, the only bright spot in the market appears to be for renters who have newfound leverage after years of seeing their rent bills shoot up. And with no signs of the economy improving, that dynamic could be in place for a while.
The beginning of 2009, I, like everyone else, have high hopes for. But my question is, we need people to come in who have jobs, and it seems like New York is losing jobs, not gaining them. So the possibility of things turning around in the short term don't seem to be all that rosy.